And from April 1, the new financial year will come into effect, which will lead to several new changes in the income tax rules, which will impact us all the most. My colleague Priyanshi Sharma breaks this all down for us. Priyanshi, give us it all.
That's right, Sneha. Several changes were announced in the budget 2023-24, and as the financial year begins, these changes will kick in starting tomorrow. Let's take you through the top 10 changes in the income tax system starting tomorrow. Well, the new tax regime will now be the default. Before this, you could choose between the old tax regime and the new tax regime. You can still choose between the two, but the new tax regime will be the default. So if you wish to choose the old tax regime, you will have to specifically opt for it. Number 2, the tax rebate limit has been increased to 7 lakh from 5 lakh earlier under the new tax regime. So any income below 7 lakh rupees will now be completely non-taxable, and previously this limit was 5 lakh rupees, but that has been extended to 7 lakh, but only under the new tax regime. The limit is still 5 lakh under the old tax regime. Next, the standard deduction of 50,000 rupees has now been extended to the new tax regime as well. Earlier, the standard deduction was only available in the old tax regime. Next, the new income tax slabs have kicked in starting tomorrow. If we just get you a look at that, the old tax regime, of course, remains the same, but under the new tax regime, the previous income tax rate slabs were 0 to 2.5 lakh. There was no income tax. 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh, there was 5% interest rate. But now, the new tax slabs, the revised tax slabs under the new tax regime will kick in, and under that the taxation will start from 3 to 6 lakh at 5%, 6 to 9 lakh at 10%, 9 to 12 lakh at 15%, 12 to 15 lakh at 20%, and above 15 lakh will be 30%. Along with that, the encashment limit of leave travel allowance has been increased. There will be no indexation benefits on debt mutual funds as that came up with the finance bill, and proceeds from certain life insurance premiums will be taxable as well. Along with that, the maximum deposit limit for senior citizens savings scheme has been increased, and there will be no capital gains taxed on physical gold conversion, the conversion of physical gold to electronic gold. Now, investment in market-linked debentures will also be considered short-term capital assets now as against to long-term previously. So these are the major changes that will kick in starting tomorrow.